Hello. So I'm just getting ready for right now. Um, Please purify the space. I'll be doing the reading. Okay, that's good. All right. Will your love and Aries call you to message you soon? You're a Capricorn. 6 days, so no contact. You miss him. Let's see. That's 2 questions. I think the next question I'll answer with 1 card. But okay. For yes, 1 for no. Possible outcome. And then you currently got 1. All right. So I'm gonna do yes, no, possible outcome. For yes, you have the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups can represent it's a really good card to get. For this it's more like a celebration, but it's also it shows marriage, but I feel like it's more like a commitment. I feel for yes, this is probably a good card. For no, we have Justice, and Justice is a major arcana. This is more like outweighing the heart, the mind versus the heart. So because this is a major arcana, I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be a no because it takes more priority. But for final outcome, we have the 6 of Wands. I feel like this person has their own stuff going on. With the 6 of Wands, they have their own things that they're focusing on, trying to succeed in their own life. So I feel like it's going to be a no for right now. Maybe in the future, probably yes, but not in the near future. I feel like it's going to be a no. They have their own stuff going on. So yeah. So how does this person feel about you? Hey Tay. How does and feel about you? 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords it's a Libra card, and it can mean that this person's cutting off for right now. Like there's no movement. There's just this person is kind of cutting you off for right now. They're not really they're not in the headspace to be thinking of anything to do. I feel like this person currently thinks that right now the best thing for them to do in regards to your connection is to not do anything at all with the 2 of Swords. But that's basically what I'm getting. For the bottom card for you, you get the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands can represent difficulties at home or difficulties trying to celebrate a relationship. So that might be an issue to be aware of. I don't know if he doesn't love you or miss you. I just feel like right now this person just they have their own stuff going on, so they're trying to prioritize their own life, especially with the Justice card. But yeah, that's basically what I'm getting. If I sound stuffy, I'm so sorry. I'm just like coming out from like a cold. But yeah. Okay, so that's a party reading. I'm not gonna really go into that because I just don't like reading for other people, like in their love life. Um, Welcome, Jane. Tay, how does Ralph think of you? What does Ralph think of you? Let's see. Hey, Ocean. What does Ralph think of you? One, two, three. All right, 3 cards. Bottom card is going to be the Two of Cups. Two of Cups can represent issues with. It can represent finding it's issues with partnership. So there might be some type of issue going on that needs to be resolved. That's basically the shadow aspect. But as far as what this person thinks of you consciously, we have Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like kind of like this put off energy, like, what do you want? Like what? And then the Nine of Swords can represent this is a really like combative energy, to be honest. It's like being too critical, and then someone trying to help another person, but the other person's just like, I don't need any help. And then we have the King of Hazards, and the King of Hazards can represent someone who's very stagnant, and this King of Hazards is more restricted, so this person might feel restricted. And I'm noticing that these two are kind of like in their own position, like they're standing their own ground. Um, hmm. So what does Ralph think of you? I do feel like this Ralph thinks that you're a little bit too. I see. This is the thing. I don't know if it's you or if it's him, but I know that the energy between these 2 cards is more like being a little bit too critical, and because the energy is too critical, it's kind of like pushing off. Um, um, I mean, with this King of Pentacles, they do kind of see that you're a little bit reliable. You're really dependable, but I feel like um, you're a little bit restricting too, which kind of makes sense with two. I really want to say that for you, you guys have like a potential to be really great partners, but there's this kind of like energy of being like um, nitpicky is what I'm hearing, and then because it's the energy is nitpicky. Um, there's some like distancing because of it. But that's what I'm getting. Okay. What does Ralph think of you? Thank you, Sania, for subscribing. Welcome, Tay. I hope this helped. What is it that Boa is coming forward with you? Coming forward with you. Thank you, Leo, for subscribing. Okay, so Ocean. I'm a little bit confused. Boa, I'm assuming it's the person coming forward to you. Let's see. See what I can get. Um, as far as like coming forward with you in love, the shadow aspect is the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. This person might not like to. Um, well, I don't know if it's you or him, but I just know that one person in this relationship is like being too clingy into receiving messages, and that's kind of like an issue that needs to be worked on. You would ideally want to try to um, disconnect from this kind of chain, but that's just the shadow aspect. All right, as far as what is it that Boa is coming forward with you in love, we have the Sun. Really good card. It's a really pleasant time, really pleasant times coming. Um, Two of Wands can represent having like this kind of like choice or like this lack of direction, but it's still like looking into the future, especially with the Sun card. And then we have the Tower, and the Tower can represent a really a drastic change, a um, yeah, it's a drastic change, inner turmoil is what I'm hearing. So I feel like instead of this going from this side, it's more like going from past all the way to the present. Um, I feel like something's gonna shake up the relationship, and this, and when it comes to love, there's gonna be like two options of choosing what to do. I'm not so sure what these two options are, but either it could represent looking out for the future, or it could represent having different ways to express oneself. And then with the Sun, it's actually a really good card to finish off with, being optimistic and having a bright future together. But I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, since it does represent like roads or um, kind of future movement, I think it would be a really good idea to disconnect from staying stagnant. Um, but that's basically what I'm getting. Um, let's see. So now, what are Leo's true feelings and intentions for you currently? Book emotion. What are Leo's true feelings and intentions for you currently? One, two, three. All right. Shadow aspect for you, Sonali. We have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords can represent like I'm not going to I'm not going to do anything right now. I need my rest. I need my break. I need to focus on myself, and I'm really having trouble because I'm thinking about the past, and I feel like that's the shadow aspect from the true feelings. Like I feel like this person has like too much going on in their head, and they really are clinging on to taking a break. Um, that's the shadow aspect, but as yeah, happily ever after. Just leave your question. You've had a fight. Makes sense with the Four of Swords. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Star, and then we have the Two of Swords again. Ooh, and we have one extra card, the Five of Wands. Ooh. Okay, so this was unexpected. Um, it represents this Five of Wands represents fighting one another. It could represent like Five of Wands can represent like there's an opportunity that's like being like because there's fighting, an opportunity that um, has presented itself. It's kind of like leaving. But let's see. How do I want to read this? I'm gonna take it like this. All right. Two of Swords represents being stagnant, not talking to one another, not communicating right now. It's just not the good. It's not a good time to. Um, it's not a good time to communicate. Basically, right now it's more like meditating and focusing and withdrawing. Um, Cautious card. The star can represent there's going to be healing, and because there's kind of like some distancing, this healing will actually benefit the conflict that has occurred. Um, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like things are going to keep moving on. Um, as far as current feelings, we do have the Two of Swords, and then we do have the Four of Swords. So it's more like right now, it's like about distancing more than anything. The intentions are still good, but like with the conflict, it's gonna need some time to heal, and it's gonna be difficult to move on. I do kind of see that. But that's basically what I'm seeing or what I'm feeling. Um, Sonali, Sonia, see how Jet feels about you. You guys are not in a relationship, and that's fine. You guys are not in a relationship, and that's fine. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see how I feel about you, Sonia. In a relationship. Welcome, Sonali. Yeah. All right, let's see. Got 1, 2, 3. So bottom of the card, it's going to be the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can represent someone who's very intuitive, who has. I really want to feel. No, I'm saying this wrong. I feel like one person is kind of eating too much of the emotion, especially with this. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if this is you or if this is the relationship in general or this is the other person, but I feel like there's too much consumption of the relationship that's going on, um, absorbing too much of someone's emotion, possibly, even though it's a distance relationship. I'm just pointing it out. So we have the Lovers, awesome card. We have the Three of Cups, it's an even better card. And then we have Temperance. Um, this is a really good card. I feel like the potential for a relationship is really promising. Um, I feel like the Temperance can represent some Temperance represents Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about moving. I feel like if there's a potential of movement going on, the relationship is going to be really like. I mean, if you see it, there's the Lovers, and then there's this card, and you know what's going on. Um, but there, the emphasis on the love life um, it's really spectacular. Is what I'm hearing. Um, there's like for you two, I feel like you guys kind of like complete one another in some way. Like one person might be. It's not like Libra, the Justice card, where one outweighs the other. This one's like if you guys mix together, it's like a really good connection. Um, I feel like it's a good match. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, I do feel like this person likes you. All right, I think that's all that I'm gonna say. Um, Real Sun. Will your twin approach you to apologize because of the past life? He is a Libra. You're a Capricorn. Huh. It's going to be an interesting pairing. Leo Sun. Will your twin approach? Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Okay. Twin approach you to apologize because of this past life. I'm going to do yes, no possible outcome. Let's see, Leo Sun. Just leave your questions down below and I will get to them. For yes. For no. Possible outcome. Ooh. So for you, Leo Sun, there is the Emperor, and the Emperor is like putting off blockages, and I feel like that's going to be an issue. I feel like closing the door is definitely going to be like the difficult part. So in regards to an apology, that's going to be like a difficult challenge you'll probably face between your twin. But let's see. Yes, no, possible outcome. Yes, we have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be like, it will naturally come, but I feel like it's going to require a lot of like thinking and a little bit of evasion is what I'm hearing, because this Seven of Cups is like I'm thinking about all these kind of like outcomes or what's gonna come from apologizing from all these kind of outcomes. Basically what I'm hearing. For no, we have the King of Wands, but then the no is like no, but like the King of Wands is more like I'm my own person. Like I have the right to feel the way that I feel. Possible outcome, we have the Devil, and that's not a good card. Devil can represent like if this person does decide to apologize, it's going to be like a more like in a toxic way, or like in a vindictive way, which is why I kind of feel like there's going to be some issues for your bottom card. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge for your twin to apologize, and if it does, I feel like it's going to be like kind of like a toxic waterway to do it. So possible yes. I'm not saying that it's going to be a no, but it's a possible yes. And if it is a possible yes, I feel like it's going to be in a more negative aspect. This energy is always King of Wands and Emperor. Yikes. Sonia, I feel like for you, we did have the Lovers and the Three of Cups, I believe. Either way, I feel like this person is really close to you. You should definitely talk to this person and see how they feel. I really think you'll get a better, more aspect than just doing a reading from me. Yeah. Welcome, Leo Sun. All right. Who's next? Rapali. Oh, Shibam and energy. Choose 4 times. Just get You just gave the last round of interview. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Yes, no, possible outcome. Okay. Yes, no, possible outcome. Okay. So for yes, we have four swords. Four swords can actually. So the four swords is more like a no. So I don't know how I feel about that. For no, we have the five of wands. Five of wands. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's gonna be a no. And then with Queen of Wands, I feel like someone else is gonna have like a position. Um, it's more like female based energy. So I'm getting a no. Of course, future is subject to change. This person has the free will to say yes to you, but I feel like most probable outcome is a no. I feel like there's more. There's a female energy more present. You are a female. Yeah, I still feel like it's gonna be a no. I might be wrong though. Like, you know, but I feel like it's gonna be a no. Let's see at the bottom card. The Knight of Hazards. Knight of Hazards can represent someone who's more qualified, someone who's there needs to be a little bit more qualification and resourcefulness. I don't know. Probably, I feel like it's a no, but I might be wrong. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's see who's next. Chloe. Is your Sagittarius hiding anything from you? I don't know if I want to answer that. I feel like if the person is hiding something from them, yeah. I feel like if someone's hiding something from you, I feel like you should talk with them about it, even if they don't tell you it. Just keep mentioning it. The reason why is like that's kind of like third party reading, and like I'm okay with talking about feelings, but anything personal like that, I feel like it's more of a talk through with them, Chloe. Yeah, with the moon card, like this is like a shadow question. But yeah, sorry I can't answer that question, but just talk with them, Chloe. Moonstar, what are feelings of S for you? What are feelings of S for you? What are S feelings for you? Moonstar. One, two, three. Let's see. What are SS feelings for you? So we have the Empress. Empress can represent nurturing. This person might see you as nurturing. You have Three of Swords. Three of Swords can represent like it's like almost like stopping this nurturing nature. And then we have the Judgment, and Judgment can be like an awakening. Like this Judgment it's more like either do this or that. So I feel like this person might have this kind of they might feel like um, hmm, give me just a second while I channel. So what I'm getting, something that might this is might be harsh, but what I'm getting is if you stop that nurturing, um, if you stop nurturing, or I don't know if it's this is him or this is you, but if there's a stop to the nurture into the relationship, I feel like the next best thing to do is to move on. I'm calling it like it is because the judgment is exactly that. Like, um, yeah. As far as future, Two of Wands as your shadow card, there is a potential future, but it's like a challenging future ahead. Like this is the shadow aspect, and it can represent like these two. I want to see like this is the relationship, and these two are you guys. There is a potential to split. Um, this is what I'm picking up intuitively, but if if this person feels like the nurturing of this relationship is like it's not really nurturing, it's more like a critical, or like it's more sadness or a pain, to be honest. I feel like this person won't have like an issue to move on. Is basically what I'm picking up on. um yeah, but that's what I'm getting. So bring a little bit more nurturing into the relationship for right now. Moonstar is what I'm picking up on. You're not in. When I mean relationship, I just mean communication in general. It doesn't really have to be like an actual relationship. I just want you to be aware of that. Um, Moonstar GC. All right, welcome, Moonstar. Um, what is you? Let's see, impression of you. Hopefully, I'm saying the name right. What is you, Shahansi, impression of you? I do want to make it known that if you guys want to ask questions like how can I better connect with this person, or how can I better uh, strengthen the relationship, I do like to answer those type of questions too. Just wanted to let you know, but let's see. Strength, Three of Swords, and Death. All right. So for you, I've shown the bottom card is the Lovers. The Lovers can represent. This is more like a sexual relationship, is what I'm getting. I don't know if it doesn't have to be a sexual relationship, but it's more like it's more lustful, is what I'm getting. Especially since we do have the Strength, the Three of Swords, and then the Death card. Uh, these three cards, Three of Swords popped up. I did shuffle the deck again, but Strength can represent like a mental stimulation or physical stimulation. Three of Swords can represent. I'm hearing heart issues or heartbreak or something like that, and I feel like with death, it's like a ending to the Three of Swords. So it's like it's not a bad thing. I don't see this as a bad option. I feel like the Three of Swords is being uh, drained from its sadness from the Death card. Um, hmm. So as far as like impressions, I feel like this person finds you stimulating in some way, either physically or mentally, and I feel like this person can kind of feel like there's this kind of like heartbreak issue, and I feel like they're slowly letting this. They feel like you're slowly letting this heartbreak dissolve, as far as impressions. Um, I don't know what that's about, but this is basically what I'm getting, especially with the lovers as the bottom card. Um, so it could be like getting over like a. This person might feel like you're getting over like a past relationship or something like that. Um, but that's basically what I see. What do you need to know regarding the situation with your ex, T? Thank you. I know this is going to sound mean, but we're almost in Mercury retrograde, so be cautious of X. But let's see. So, what do you need to know regarding the situation with your ex? Let's see. Yeah, it is. So bottom card, we have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands can represent being the energy in regards to your relationship. I don't know if this is a person or this is the relationship in general. All I know that in regards to the connection, it's difficult. Some difficulty might arise from being a me kind of person. Like, I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm only want to get this. It's all about me, 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 me. It's kind of like that energy that I'm feeling as a challenging aspect in regards to your relationship. So in the situation for your ex team, we have the Hierophant. It's a lesson. It's something. It's I feel like it's a life lesson. There's gonna be some Hierophant energy is very stubborn, and in this we have like a news report. So I'm getting something like newsworthy or something news related. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, but it's basically what I'm picking up on. Five of Wands can represent conflict. Five of Wands has been popping up a lot for relationships today, which is weird. But there's going to be some conflicts between one another, and then there's this kind of opportunity of moving away. And it's kind of funny that like these two look like this. This is almost like background noise. Is what I'm hearing. Because there's a focus on the conflict, like this background is kind of like allowing for an escape. And then we have the Five of Swords. Ooh, 2 5s, dude. I feel like there's going to be a lot of bickering. There's going to be a lot of fighting, and because there's going to be a lot of bickering and fighting, like there's going to be missed opportunities, and I think you should be more aware of like um, you should stand ground on your own morals and accept it as a life lesson, or to be more prepared for the future. Um, with your ex, it's more like fights and uh, It's more like physical. I'm not saying that it's gonna be physical fights, but it's more like the tension is real. Like it's what I'm getting. So stay focused on your own morals. Yeah, you're better off being this person than these two. But that's all that I'm getting. Let's see who's next. Welcome, uh, Divija Sharma. Hopefully, I'm saying these names right. Divija. I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry, Sharma. What are H feelings towards you? What are H feelings for you? What are H feelings for? 1, 2, 3. And I guess that's the fun cards. Okay. Um, just leave your question and I'll get to it. All right. So let's see. We have Ten of Hazards. Ten of Hazards is a really good card. It represents Ten of Hazards more like what's it called? It's like they've known you from like another. I'm here for some reason. I'm feeling like this person has known you from another life. Um, for some reason, I don't know what that's about. Then we have strength. Strength represents like um, I'm for this one. I'm hearing immunity. Like this person sees you as a strong individual. And then we have the Seven of Hazards, and the Seven of Hazards um, deals with patience. So let me try to channel that. So on a lesser scale, I'm feeling like this person is patiently waiting to get to know you intimately, and there's a possibility of a future family. That's on a lesser scale. On a major scale, not on a lesser scale, but it's a scale nonetheless. I feel like this person is just really identifying like what you bring um, to a potential future um, relationship in general. Like let's say like outweighing the pros and cons of having a family together. So this is probably what this person might be feeling. Like they might have a potential to see you as a kind of including you to a family is what I'm feeling. Um, but they're really waiting right now. They're like trying to identify if it's the right decision to include you to part of the family. So let's see your bottom card. Ooh, the Hangman. So I feel like with the Hangman, this person is really gonna wait. Like the Hangman, they're trying to look at all the from all different positions, and they're doing way too much of waiting. It's kind of like what I'm feeling. They're waiting, and there's not a lot of action. So that's gonna be a challenging aspect. Is what I'm seeing. But with this weight card, it does represent like some kind of like holding on. So just be aware of that. All right, so I think that's all that I have. No contact is because he was not giving commitment. Makes sense. All right, so I think it's Gigi. Thank you for subscribing, Gigi. Let's see. Um, this concept planning on trying to reconcile with you. So I'm gonna do yes, no, possible outcome, and then I'm gonna look into your bottom card. Welcome. Yes, no, outcome, concern, we're trying to file with you. Yes, no, possible outcome. Right. Yes, no, possible outcome. Cancer planning on trying to consolidate. For yes, we have 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands can represent having a lot of burdens, having a lot of this. I'm hearing setbacks for some reason. So if this person does decide to, there's going to be a lot coming out, like a lot. For no, we have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess. I feel like with this, they feel like intuitively, I feel like they have nothing to reconcile with. I'm just saying it as it is because the High Priestess, this person's very aware of their own emotion, and they're very aware of their own intuition. So I feel like most likely it's gonna be a no. If they do, it's gonna be too much of like this expressing of oneself. And as far as I see it, I feel like this person's gonna, if they do decide it's gonna be a yes, they're gonna stop themselves or something's gonna stop them. Because we do have this zombie crashing into a lamppost. So intuitively, I feel like it's most likely going to be a no. This is also going incognito. Like this is kind of like withdrawal too. So this is what I'm feeling. It's most likely going to be a no, even though they might want to. They might express it into like, if they do, they might express too much, and it's going to be overwhelming. Shadow card for you is going to be page of hazards, and the page of hazards, which this is interesting because where is it? We got a lamp post, and then we have another post. So I feel like the issue is going to be this kind of like um, attachment to this post. So I feel like intuitively it's going to be a no. Um, and of course they have their own free will to what's it called, to decide to actually reconcile or not. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle. I think that's all the questions that I have right now. So I'm going to assume my time. Nice. I really like this Lovers card. Oh. You too. Okay. I'm so hungry. Hello. Hey guys. Yes, you can. Just leave your question and I will get to it. You want to know what is coming up in love with the tail? Okay. Alright, Terra TV. Let's see. What is coming up with love? Okay. No cards for love. What is coming up? One, two, three. Okay. So let's see. So we have Seven of Hazards. Seven of Hazards can represent patience. It could be waiting. There might be some difficulty with some patience or some impatient energy going on, but I feel this is a really good card. Um, then we have the Two of Hazards. Two of Hazards can represent a uh, hmm. Two of Hazards represents a. I'm feeling. I'm not so sure what I'm feeling with this card, to be honest. This is kind of like a tricky card to identify, but it is a lot of Earth energy, so there is some dependability and reliance. I feel like there might be some giving off responsibilities to one another. Um, and then we have the Knight of Wands. And then the Knight of Wands can represent a helping hand, a it can represent, it's almost like giving a helping hand to a person that kind of needs responsibility and then waiting what they make of it. It's basically what I'm feeling when it comes to love. So maybe helping one another out in a position where this person lacks, and then trying to see what comes what comes out in the relationship. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, there's some kind of like, there's no telling. Um, what comes out of it is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune can represent luck and um, and movement, and it kind of makes sense with your reading because we do have the Knight of Wands, and Knight of Wands does represent movement too. Um, huh, definitely will. Hmm. It's interesting. Yeah, at a time right now. Huh. Waiting on him to come back. That's what the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I definitely do feel like it's a good vibe. Basically, that's what you just said is basically what the cards were picking up on. Um, Let's see next movement from Scorpio towards you. That's what I'm picking up. Terra TV. Luna, feelings the next movement from Scorpio towards you. Um, okay. All right. So for you, we have Two of Swords. Two of Swords can represent when it comes to feelings, I feel like it's more like an indecisive feeling, like having not knowing whether to feel one way about you or feel the other. Um, this is kind of complicated when it comes to feelings, because I feel like this is more like a Libra type of feeling. We do have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can represent some evasion attitude. And then we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups can represent a leaving behind of some kind of emotion. Huh. Feelings the next movement from Scorpio towards me. So I definitely feel like this is more Scorpio element with the cups. Two of Cups can represent some indecisiveness. Page of Swords can represent some. It represents childlike energy, and evasion, or it could actually. Page of Swords can actually be a little bit nitpicking, and then Eight of Cups can represent leaving behind. Huh. The shadow. I want to say that the shadow aspect for you, Luna, is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands can represent some kind of conflict or argument, or um, a needing a needing to avoid uh, a conflict or something like that going on from Scorpio towards you. I feel like there might be some challenges with. Um, I'm hearing personalities, some clashing of personalities. But that's the shadow aspect. Um, I'm not so sure what I'm picking up on, but I don't feel like it's too good, to be honest. Because we do have a lot of swords, and then we do have the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving. But I think that's all that I'm gonna leave it at. Of course, you can always change the outcome. To be honest. Well, let's see. 10 minutes. What is coming towards you in general? Let's see. What is coming towards you in general? Welcome, Luna. All right, so shadow card, something to be aware of. Attendance shadow card is going to be the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords represents. There's going to be some. There's going to be some lies, some deceits. So be cautious of that energy. Someone might try to do you wrong, is what I'm hearing. But that's just the shadow element to be cautious of. So we have the Queen of Cups being receptive. We have the Chariot. Emotional stability is something that came into my mind, even though this doesn't really represent that, but it does have that Cancer element to it. And then we have the Six of Cups. Huh. This is actually pretty cute. So with the Queen of Cups and then Six of Cups, this is almost like someone from the past being your ride and die, and you emotionally craving that. So 10 minutes, I think for you, what's coming towards you in general, someone from the past, um, someone from the past that wants to be your ride and die is gonna make themselves present, and then I feel like this is you emotionally craving that, but I feel like you have to be cautious of who you allow back in from the past, because the Seven of Swords is your shadow card, and you need to be cautious of who seems to be your ride and die, and they're going to be emotionally there for you, and who's just trying to um, emotionally manipulate you. So that's something to be aware of. 10 minutes. No female, by the way. So that Queen of Cups is you, definitely. Nice. Um, Welcome. AG. No, wait. Yeah, AG. Thank you for subscribing and liking my video. Yes, you can ask a question. Just leave down below, and I will get to it. I am a little bit sick. I have to let you know. So if I sound a little bit snuffy, because I'm sick. But yeah. That is such a weird question. When I was walking home, did anyone see the stain you had on your shorts? I'm gonna do yes, no, possible outcome. Yes, no, possible outcome. Yes, we got the Knight of Wands. No, we have the Empress. Possible outcome. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. Five of Cups. I want to say it's no. I really want to say it's no. Such a weird question. Makes sense. No, honestly, I think I'm gonna cut this stream short. Um, maybe until 1:30. Okay, what's your question? And I will get to it. Just leave your question and I will get to it. I mean, if you want me, let's go. Put on that place. Huh? Um, let me try to intuitively pick up on that. One, two, three. All right, so weird. We have the 901s and the 901s. It's like, come join us. I feel like that's going to be a challenge for you. It's weird. Um, we also have the Four of Hazards. Four of Hazards is someone who is it's this person is by themselves and is um, receiving help or even giving help in general. We have the star that represents healing. I feel like eventually you'll come out of this period and you will um, shine bright. And then we have the Six of Hazards, but it's not going to come without you offering something or receiving some kind of service in return. I feel like you're going to need the help that you can get, especially with the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like your Nine of Wands with all these kind of energies. It's kind of like it's like you're trying hard not to reach out, but you should be reaching out, and that's going to be the issue. Because if you don't reach out, I feel like that's going to be a struggle for you. That's basically what I'm picking up on. I feel like you should reach out for support from other people. With your cards, I'm not so sure. I mean, it kind of shows that you're kind of strong. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be on for like 7 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Um, I'm not so sure how to respond, to be honest. Like I mentioned, you need to reach out for help from other people. You can't just go solo. Um, so weird. The Six of Cups has been coming up for you a lot while I'm shuffling. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna leave in 1 minute. So let's see. One card for each people. So the King of Swords can represent being critical, being opinionated. It's also it also represents your own truth, and it represents it represents knowing what's best to take action with. It can also mean that um, you're very you're very patient with your decision making, and you're very wise. So I feel like believing in your own decision making should be emphasized. For some reason, I'm feeling drawn to this head. Like I feel like you had this kind of thought in the back of your head, and it's being like it's like whispering into your ears for some reason. Um, I think you need to be cut cautious of that. For your bottom card, we do have Seven of Cups, which it kind of makes sense with that King of Cups. The reason why I was drawn to this head, I feel like there's like there's so much thinking, there's so much opportunities, and there's so much energy um, that it's kind of getting lost in its reality. So pay attention to your own thoughts, your own truth, and stay away from this kind of like all these. I'm hearing voices, all these voices. I really have to go. So I hope this brought some clarity. But I have to go. I really have to go. Um, I guess I'll see you guys in the next time. Welcome. All right, guys. Make sure to stay safe, have fun, enjoy life, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye.